Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming today to celebrate the culmination of our collegiate careers with us. I'd like to start out by thanking all of the faculty who have been involved in teaching and grooming all of the graduates who are sitting here today, as well as working diligently with us to prepare us for our whole careers and life. Next, I would like to thank the families of the graduates for supporting us throughout our tenure here at Alfred State. And finally, thank you graduates for your hard work, for your engagement on our campus and in the surrounding communities, and for the friendships that have been created which will last a lifetime. Alfred State Class of 2022. We have endured the same challenges that all students experience throughout their collegiate careers, adjusting to our new lives, living on our own, making new friends, and exploring new hobbies. However, all of these posed a greater challenge for us because of COVID-19. We had to learn online instead of in person. We had to figure out how to cope with not being able to hang out with our friends, and we had to try different ways to stay healthy and active while socially distancing ourselves from others. We missed informative field trips for our majors, such as the opportunity Wellsville students typically have to travel around the country working on different restoration projects. Those opportunities were not available to us due to COVID. The situation we stepped into demanded we adapt, and adapt we did. We played the hand we were dealt. We persevered through all the hard times and difficult situations we were put in. And now we sit here today, proof of our success in solving the riddle of how to become a successful person in all that we did in our tenure here. You may not all realize this, but we all received an additional lesson and developed a very important skill in our time here: the ability to adapt. COVID forced us to constantly be on our toes. We needed to figure out how to work as a team even though we were 6 feet apart from each other. We never knew when we would have to quarantine, taking 2 weeks out of our lab times, thus forcing us to have to adjust to online learning when we were so used to learning in our classroom and lab spaces, or having to bide our time until a project was available for us to work on because of the skyrocketing prices of materials had forced some of our projects to be delayed. In my major specifically, the construction of garage for House 57 was a slow-moving project because of all the complications that arose during the pandemic, and I can only imagine the complications that all of you had to face in your majors. Yet, as we look back now, sitting here at our graduation ceremony, we proved that we could be successful no matter the circumstances. Adaptability. This skill will be one that will serve you all well for the rest of your lives in every single thing that you will do. I'd like to share with you a quote from Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor of Rome. "Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom thyself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are, and to make new things like them." Whether we realized it or not, we, the class of 2022, have embodied these wise words. Our world was turned upside down in 2020. Being in the midst of the pandemic while starting our collegiate careers was overwhelming. But we became accustomed to these changes. We learned how to adapt to these new situations, and we succeeded. Today, we're in the midst of yet another change. We're leaving school and entering the workforce. We're about to set foot in our new careers to accomplish great things. And this is the beginning of only a series of changes that have to be taken in stride. We have to do the best with what we have in any given situation and use our acquired knowledge to keep moving forward. But each of us have more than proven we are capable of learning and adapting just as fast as the world changes. Thank you all again for coming here to celebrate this milestone in our lifetimes with us. Thank you families and faculty for all of your belief and assistance you have provided for us, helping us along our journey. We live in an ever-changing world, but we have proven over the last 2 years that we can persevere through the trials to adapt and make better versions of ourselves. Thank you.